you have no idea how valuable that money is when you actually are starting your business and it's taking longer than you expected.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Brandy.
And I am Josh. And
we talk about most things business, entrepreneurship, a little bit of programming, of course, freelance, and working remote.
Yep.
That's kind of what we're doing right now.
So today we wanted to touch on the topic of how much money do you actually need to start a business? Now, this is going to be different for different industries, right? But this is more in the digital space.
If you are somebody that is an engineer or you are technical, you have a foot up on somebody who doesn't have any engineering background, because you can build the application, you can build the website, you don't have to hire for that, because hiring for that is very expensive.
Yes.
Especially to have somebody that's decent at it or knows what they're doing.
If you guys didn't know this, actually, Brandy is launching her business today. So this was something that has been in the works for how long now?
A few months.
A few months, where she really has been preparing and planning for it, and that's an exciting thing.
Mm-hmm. But basically, what I've been doing for these few months leading up to it, because now it's September 3rd, which is the day that I'm launching, and so I've had since June was kind of when the idea came about and started really building it. I've been having clients. I've been working with a lot of freelance clients and trying to sort of like nest egg myself, so I can have like a good amount of money saved up for, launching, so I can take a little bit of time off to really nurture the business and make sure that it starts off on a good foot, and I can actually do the sales and the cold outreach and the marketing and all the stuff that goes on after you launch the business.
Yeah.
To actually get customers and to get people onto the platform and using it.
Yeah, because if it's a platform or a product, most of the time you're not generating revenue right away. But that's where it's really nice that she used her freelance skills to build up a nest egg of money that she could live off of while she was working to launch this thing and bring in customers. So how much did you save up in order to launch this business? What did you save up, and then what would you recommend for them?
I had about, it was like close to $18,000.
Okay.
So $18,000. I still have a lot of it. And it also depends on what your expenses are.
Yes.
But I would recommend that you save up anywhere from 3 to 6 months worth of expenses.
In your case, how much are you living off of right now?
It's probably around about $2,500,
okay.
$2,500, maybe $2,000 to $2,500 a month.
Okay, so let's just say a safe round up to 3, just in case. And with 18 grand, that's 6 months worth of runway that you saved up, that you don't have to be paid, that you can work entirely for 6 months on your business, which is a good amount of time to get your first couple paying customers.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So 6 months of runway, 18,000, living off of $3,000 a month.
Yeah, and it totally depends on your guys' situation, but it's really good, which is why we talked about in a couple videos back about making sure you understand your finances, like where you're at and where you're projected to be, and anything that might come into play. So there's always hiccups, there's always things that come in.
And it's always going to take longer than you expected.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Mine's kind of right on track, but.
Well, you're saying like income of revenue. I'm not saying to launch your business. I'm saying to actually generate income off of your business.
100%. Everybody's like, everybody's just going to come and everybody's going to use it and be super happy. But that's never the case.
Well, so that'll be a follow-up video of how much was generated based on the first initial launch. When we launched our business, it was 5 months after launch before we made any money off of it on the product.
Which is crazy, and they're in year 3 right now.
We're in year 3 of our business.
And they're finally have like the inbound set up, to actually attract the
customers that we want.
To attract customers that are actually seeking out their tool. And it's working really, really well, which is why inbound is such an amazing tool and an amazing thing to know and understand, especially if you are going to be building a product.
Yep.
Because that when you do inbound marketing versus like cold outreach, cold outreach, you're just hitting anybody and anyone, and then inbound, you're actually gearing it towards people that need your application, which is a totally different topic.
Yeah, that's probably a whole nother video in itself, but super valuable. So to think about it, think about how much money you need. We recommend saving a nest egg. Even if you're still in a job, save a nest egg before you quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put that money aside. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're not going to have anything to live off of when you go to launch your business. Even if you're freelancing, it's still good to have a nest egg. Or if you're doing agency work, it's good to have a nest egg. So figure out what you need nest egg wise. For Brandy, it was $18,000. Gave her 6 months worth of runway, and that's going to be different for every person, but that's what it was for her. And so we recommend you guys doing the same, because you have no idea how valuable that money is when you actually are starting your business and it's taking longer than you expected. It's
true, especially if you're watching us to get those tips on freelancing. This is probably the biggest one, because freelancing is stressful, especially when you're new to it.
Yeah.
You may be really talented and really skilled, but it can be hard landing those clients.
Yeah,
and
good paying ones.
Good paying ones, or getting those, big retainer clients that, so many of us seek out, because those are the best ones to have. So it's good to, save up money if you're currently at a job, or if you're freelancing on the side, just to save all that money for when you go full-time into whether it's freelancing or your own product.
But also knowing your timeline, knowing your budget also forces you to commit to a launch time.
Oh my gosh.
Because the longer you wait to launch, the faster or the more your money's running out, and the less you have to live on post-launch, launch, whenever you go and actually are trying to get your clients on whatever you're launching. So it forces you to a strict timeline, which is good when you're launching a business. Get version out as soon as possible. Everybody waits till it's perfect, but that's not true. It's never perfect. Just get it out and get people paying for it.
Yeah, get people paying for it, get people's feedback, hear what people like about it, what they don't like about it, what their pain points are, what they wish was on it. Because oftentimes you have a roadmap for where your product is going, right? But when you get people that are actually the pain seekers, the ones that are having the problems themselves, and you get them in there using your product, they're going to tell you what your product needs, because they're the ones suffering. Yeah. And so that's actually going to give you a better trajectory of where your product should be going.
Yeah,
and how
it's
it can
also,
actually help them.
Yeah, and it's going to give you an updated, accurate timeline on how long it's actually going to take. Going back to the money thing, of like, gotta crap that core feature, it's actually going to take me 3 more months to build. And so that might be 3 more months before they pay you or you get more money in your bank. So again, nest egg is critical when you're starting off.
Very true. Alright, you guys, we hope you guys like this video. And if you guys are curious about the business that I'm launching today, there is a link in the description. There's a link in all the videos. And yeah, let me know what you think. Go check it out. But of course, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Boop, boop, boop. And of course, subscribe to our channel below. We hope you guys have a great day.
See ya.